everybody, it's Pat Love from eXp Realty. I'm here today with Carra Hodgson of Bob the Dog. Hi Carra, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day to meet with us.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'm happy to do it.
Great, great. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about Bob the Dog, because that's my husband's name and my son's name. So let's hear about Bob the Dog.
Well, I actually get that quite a lot at the markets of people coming over saying, oh, that's my husband's name. So Bob the dog is our actual dog. We got him 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years on New Year's Day. He was a New Year's Day dog for us. We started our business, Bob the Dog, in 2018. So we'd had him for a couple of years at that point. But he's been the inspiration behind all of that. And he's our CEO and official taste tester. So he takes his role very seriously and keeps us on track for sure. But he's a pretty good boss to work for.
laid back boss.
Yes, very laid back. But he makes sure that all of the treats that we make get tested not even just one time, but every single batch, every one that we make. He's the one who gives the 2 paws up at the end of the day.
Okay, so you have products for dogs then?
Yes, that's right. So some of our products have a bit of a crossover between dogs and people. So for our pet line, we developed all of our own treats. We make everything at home. They're all human grade, and we make everything here in our kitchen. There's nothing weird in them, nothing most people wouldn't have in their own fridge. We've developed everything from scratch. We kind of worked with different recipes at the beginning to get what it was that we wanted for our treats. And then that has developed over the last 3 years in now. So we've got a whole different line from even when we started of different flavors, and we see things that work and what we like there. We try to keep things as natural as possible. We source a lot of the fish products that we use from local fish and chips places around the North Shore, which is really great because it's all of the trim and things that they weren't going to use, but they're still excellent quality products. So we help keep things out of the landfill that way and kind of upsource in that way. And then we also have a whole bunch of other things. We have a whole line of CBD that we carry, and that's for both pets and people. That's locally made. We don't make that one ourselves, but they're people that we're close with and friends with, and so we're very familiar with their products. We've been carrying them for almost 3 years as well and love everything about that. We also are carrying a line of masks for humans. I get asked at every market, are these masks for dogs? Nope, they are for humans. So we do a lot of them in dog type and animal type patterns, so that there's a definite tie in there. And so in today's world, those are quite popular. And we do some baths and leashes. My husband makes all of our leashes. They're all handmade, different varieties, different colors, really beautiful. He does beautiful work, just very detailed and very interesting, and those are really popular.
Oh, that's unique. So
yeah,
is it an online store?
Busy. Yes, it is. So we work out of the farmers markets throughout the regular season, which is usually May through October. And then normally there would be a Christmas season as well. So we're in the marketplaces usually from May through December. And then we have an online store as well that has all of our products there.
Okay, so that segues nicely into my next question. Many of the people I've been interviewing, they do a lot of their business through markets. And as we know, the pandemic has sort of caused that to pivot, shall we say. So
yes,
could you please share how you've pivoted your business and any advice for other business owners you could share?
Yeah, for sure. Well, at the beginning of the season, we had no idea what that was going to look like as the pandemic started to kind of roll out. And in March and April, of course, nobody knew anything in any capacity of what the next few months were going to look like. The farmers markets were allowed to continue running throughout the entire pandemic because they provide an essential food service. Mm-hmm. At the beginning of this regular season, though, they were not allowed to include. So the way it works in our world is that you're either kind of a food vendor or a farm vendor, or you're a crafter. And even though our product line is closer to a food product because we do have consumables and for pets, and pet stores were deemed an essential service, but from a market point of view, we are categorized as a crafter. So at the beginning of the season, they were not allowed to let crafters in. So we had no idea what that was going to look like for us for our season at all. Fortunately, those regulations shifted a little bit towards the end of May, where farmers markets that were operating were then allowed to include crafters. The next challenge became is that for those markets, they still had to follow a lot of guidelines of distancing between tents. So a market last year that might have held 60 people now, or 60 vendors, now could only maybe have 30 or 40. So even though we were a crafter and allowed in, there still might not be space for us. So worked through all of that so we had no markets in May, and we were fortunate to start to get into the marketplaces in June. And then that we've stayed actually quite steady at two markets a week, almost straight through, right through. Now it'll be till the end of December, because a lot of the farmers markets were able to get their regular season extended into December. So they're still outdoors. So normally at Christmas time, we're all indoors in big facilities and doing big Christmas markets there. There are none of those this year. Everything that we're involved in is an outdoor venue, still following the same distancing and all of those same regulations. So we were fortunate to be able to get in, and we carry a product that I think was a little bit right time, right place, because I think a lot of people got dogs during COVID, during the beginning.
I heard that, yes.
Yeah. So I heard a lot of that once we went back into the market of, oh, we got a new puppy. I also think that people bonded with their dogs differently while staying home for, majority of this year. So there's a lot of love for dogs right now, which is, there always should be lots of love for dogs, but it seems heightened right now. And there is a definite uptake in the love for local. And people comment on that. That is such a predominant theme right now, where people are speaking of, well, I could buy from here or I could buy local, and I'm choosing to buy local. Sometimes the cost might be a little bit higher, but almost the quality is almost always in line with that comparatively to some other places that people were purchasing before. So we feel very fortunate that we were able to get into the markets, and the first month was amazing, like just seeing all the people again and feeling the I don't even know how to explain it. People were kinder and more just connected. I felt a much higher level of connectedness to our customers in the marketplace this year, and we had a really good experience with that.
Yeah, I think the pandemic has done that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So there's a few silver linings that you have to focus on. We had to do certain things differently in our setup. It's very different than how we've operated in the last 2 years in terms of the amount of products that we carry on our table, because we just wanted to keep it very clean, very focused on the things I felt that people wanted and needed to purchase. You had to put in physical distance. We had to add barriers within our tent, and to create 6-foot barriers. And so it was a little bit different at the beginning, but we got used to that pretty quickly, and it's worked really well.
Well, that's great. Okay, well, we can move on to the next question then. In this time, how can the community help your business be more successful? And also, do you have any specials for Christmas that you want to share? Anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. Well, supporting local, whether it's us or any other local business, that's definitely the thing right now. The big stores, they'll make it through regardless of how long this goes on. In most cases, I believe that is a true statement. A lot of small businesses, we've already seen so many of them not be in operation this year. And as things kind of keep clamping down, which I feel that there's a likelihood of that over the next few months, is that there's going to be more small businesses impacted by that. And those are the people who can't go 3 or 4 months without having customers support them, whereas the bigger stores can kind of get away with that, and people still go to the bigger stores regardless. So supporting local in whatever capacity, for sure, is the way. Telling friends, sharing on social media at every opportunity, all the local things. There's so many local vendors working together in so many capacities right now, putting together networking systems, and just we're doing everything we can to reach customers. I feel that most vendors, for us for sure, customer service, like we make sure that, especially through the pandemic, we offered things in a way that made people comfortable, did deliveries to people's homes, left it outside their door, backed away, made sure we could see that they picked it up, gave away from the car, just got people what they wanted in a safe, reliable manner. So I think people who are looking to support local can almost count on that type of service. So it's a win-win for everybody there. In terms of our specials, well, we're just coming out of Black Friday, and we will also be doing so Black Friday is our biggest discount time of the year. We do a 20% off everything on our website. And then one last time before Christmas, I think about 2 weeks out, we do another 10% off everything. We do flat rate shipping of $5, and we do local deliveries, and by local, pretty much throughout a lot of the Lower Mainland. So we try to work it out so that if we can reduce the shipping costs for people, we'll definitely make the trip out to drop off for them.
So that's, is there a charge for drop off, or is that covered?
No, no, there's not. We do all deliveries for free.
Okay, well, that's great. Okay, one final question. I can edit it out
Yeah.
if it's not the best answer for what I'm not. So what do you have for cats?
We actually have a couple of things for cats. So in our CBD, we do have a cat formula. And the thing that differentiates that formula from the rest is it's done with an Alaskan salmon oil, which cats like more. We have beanbag heating pads that go into the microwave. So I know that there are a lot of cats who like a heat pad, and you can pop those in the microwave and put them under a towel, and a cat will love that just as much as a dog will. And a couple of our treats are actually cat approved. We do some that are straight dehydrated cod, so it's just crunchy fish. So I've got quite a few people who buy those for their cats. We do some salmon treats, and we do salmon skin as well. And I've had some people say that their cat eats their dog treats all the time. So regardless of what the flavors are, so I think the treats are a crossover. So we do our best. And some of our masks for humans, I make sure they have cats on them because those are quite popular.
Okay, yeah, there's a few of us cat people out there.
Yes, and that's okay. That's okay.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time, Carra. I learned a few things about your business, and I'm happy to share throughout my channels and try to get some more business sent your way.
Thank you very much, and it was really nice of you to include me in this. It was great. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome.